ICTV warns viewers that our programming may include images and voices of people who have passed away. If any material in a program causes offence, please contact us on 08 89 523 118.
For a start, I'd like to thank the ICTV board and ICTV staff, as well as the Poor Media board and Poor Media staff for making tonight's event happen. Thank you. Been a lot of people working very hard this week to make this all happen. I'd also like to acknowledge our sponsors, Best Price, MLA, Impaja Television, Urca, and Karma Technical Support for their technical support tonight. A really big thank you to DBCDE, which is the Department of Broadband Communications and the Digital Economy, for funding ICTV and Impaja Television for a full-time service. For tonight, I'd also like to give a warm thank you to the Yuendumu community. Thank you very much, especially Wallakalong Artists and Yuendumu School, and Waidak for the great barbecue that's being put on. So I'm now just going to hand you over to Joel and Francis, who will take you through tonight's entertainment.
You start it, I'll finish it.
Okay, I've been told I'll start it and Francis will finish it. So my name's Joel Ken. I work for ICTV staff. I'm your surprise MC. It was a surprise to me, but it's okay. Tonight we'll have lots of videos. We're going to, ICTV have compiled a bunch of almost a little bit like we could call it greatest hits from different regions of Australia, and we put them all together, and you'll see some familiar faces from all over Australia and familiar faces on ICTV, and we have that to look forward to. Francis?
And I should say there's a barbecue happening over there for the next few hours, so please help yourself.
Nungarai, Pet Pride. Nungarai, Pet Pride. Make yourself wide ania. Right, Kodokodo Pudanyanga Jolo. Nambojo, really important. Turn wreck my car. Alright? What will Manugaria? Hang up. Yang chalo para ko jale bang nyuru chati manu nambo PIW page and kulira lu yang chati manu enable orang baru same time yang tala begini ngalip nyang ya pengul penyan kuruar manani ngalip nyang kaulja nguru yang wara kan jauh nambo jo nyuane kele pamano ICTV indigenous community tala begini nambo jo ngalip nyang ya pa kulang ya pa perle aku jalan pemwari nyina wara gede nar kakara mal wara kalara jair ko jalim nyinanga kulera ngolo ya di jara kora kalara kora nyambo jo ngalip nyang ICTV yang aku cakap lebih nyanyangat kulere jaya dangu cakap yau jepun kelar manyukari nyambul ya nono pulka ambu ngulun kang janon man je muka dekili ngulang jana kangono kulera ngolo kap nyanong lang wangam nyambulaj ngolajuk an kodo wan mo kan nyara wangam nyuru lago jo ul bijal pika cai tuing laro record ngambulaj live lang ngul nyanyang nyuru lan nyanyi nungara lel kalbe ingejin. Yeah, I got to pick on you. No, well, you want to be represented.
Can I just ask the ICTV board to come up? Yeah. ICTV board members, come up.
Yeah, hello. My name's Nelson Conboy, ICTV chair. I'm with the board of directors here. I just thank him very much for doing a fine job, you know, and struggling through trying to get ICTV going on VAST. We're membership. We're a membership-based organisation. Our representation from all over the place. 3 of the board directors from here is Francis, Bears, and Simon, and we got Jeddah from Melville Island. We have Manette from Top End, and we have Torres Strait representatives also. So there's a really good representation on the board from ICTV from all over the place. And you know, our main value is, you know, authenticity, access, authenticity, and autonomy, which is very important. Is that to have Article 16 on the United Nations Declaration say Indigenous people must have control of their own media and to be able to decide and have access to all forms of technology. Now, who's next up on this? Yeah. All right, I just don't want to bother you anymore with too much language. Okay, have a good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Hello, my name is Winnie Woods. I'm a chairperson for NG Media, but I was on the board for ICTV for a couple of years, and I'm very happy to be here to launch this ICTV here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Annette Victor. I'm from Beagle Bay in Western Australia. Being a chairperson for ICTV, just stood down, but still a board member. And it's been a very hard struggle for us to get here where we are today. So thanks to all the board, the members, and of course our deadly manager there, Rita Catoni. So thank you all, and we need some more footages coming in so we can keep our television running. So get on there, you guys, and send your tapes, films in. And we are keeping the fire burning.
I'm here with 2 hats. One is an MLA who supported ICTV. I've been ICTV member as well, and as Annette spoke earlier, we've come this far because we as a committee have stood up against all odds and said we need our own Aboriginal TV so we can see our own people and our culture being displayed are shown all over Australia. ICTV goes all the way around, and mostly contents are all about everywhere. Ngan banyamput kujal panal wanga jawara chunda panan lal chinda kare nyam jangan banyangol ICTV nyam kenal wanga chalango wala member ngan by board member wade ngajina no member kay nang kan emla nyina steward ngola kan support man nyam ngal banyang ya boklang. And I'm proud to be here today because we've come a long way and we've struggled, but at the end we've won. And we want to keep ICTV going as long as we can because it's there for the future of our children and their children and their children. So thank you all for coming today and supporting us.
I'd like to welcome Cheryl Peck from DBCDE.
Hello everybody. I just wanted to congratulate ICTV on their launch this evening in beautiful Yuendumu, and the department would like to wish ICTV all the best for their future endeavours. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to welcome the fellow MC for the night, Francis Kelly. He is part of our ICTV family. He's on our board of directors. He is also a chairperson of PIW Media. And just recently, yesterday, he was announced as the deputy chair of CLC. So Francis Kelly.
Yang nyuro ko jal pam chati man ngali palo polka kululu chambala kulang wan ka kululu yuar pa kululu nambi kala bijan mala jamana nyanong badok kabul bijan tan ngajok nambi cinta kala ko jangal badakol pong ICTV ula jangal ngulu ibra nyanyi ngal panyangula ngali panyang jangula ngulu janga nyanong nyangulu panyanyi nyambojo ngali panyang ambo wala takal pa opuno man nyambojo an nyambojo nyambo yango jal chati manu nyoro yango jal chati manu ngale balo yanga werkado pulka plato ko loyi chado an babingi nyambo yang kalara ngula jangambo ju wuri jarija pali alcohol nyanyi pro oil an nyambo lo choni manu wuri giral ki jala ngale binya ngula nyanyi nyambo jo time jola yang ana palalo nyano ngore nyangolo rani manu palang kado man kulira 1985 la ngulanga la moko lo penyan la nga janga to me kabla bang kale al moko ko man nyambojo ngale penyan ngolo penyan wara kanyi ngoro yaolo ngoro kayanga ngula joko no ngaja leon weyo nyambojo kapo yere bra chelbe pulka badale le wala pulka bada wala warki jar tala bi jelo tan nga warki jay jam nambe yana nyan naw le yede ji kelbe ngola la lango jal bala nga ana bala la nyano ngal ko jabla nyano nga yoy pongo nyano ngol bala bi jan ila nyano ngol bala bi le jan yanga yaw li ben gile ngola jok right ya babato kodo nyan wara kan kaja jan electric le binyamba yo kamen galanga ngul jowana wara kan gal jana wangal jana podo do bungal jana now fighting chandulang ngol jana acha rile ya
Good afternoon, everybody. I welcome you again because I've been here last couple of years, and that's good, you know. Pala. Panyamangado nganana eri dinang ganyanangi last couple of years, and I'll welcome you to Kuari Biyoko. I'd like to ask you a question. Nyora kolin jakupanya. Yali ngwaru bidangi. Where from Paya come to your country, to our country too. Where yali ngun? From Anabala, IBTV. Anabalanya number 1, IBTV starting media. And now after that, Anabala, Nganala, Eronju, now Yuendumu, I think number 2. He make a lot of culture for you, for me. And Omo and Yakuari we are in. And now we Eronju, Roman, Langore, Chana Chota Kojupa. Payakon everywhere. Yuendumu Lakoto, Eronju Lakoto, Roma Lakoto. And we wake around is 3 places in Kuari Bijango. Should be more from that way. Omoa, but nothing come. We are to. Because having worked for Eriti Mulapa, what a Katamaru, black hair, what a quarring a Lobodo Lacolin, Yalti, Nail Guaruangako. But I don't like a culture to Corpulgan Island. Tell my team there, look, Narajina will order that. Uniform Kujubakwara Tanaganin. We change him. Pulga. What is young Anna? Nayoka young. Randas, Palonganana. Work a Pulga Valan. Yuendumu, Eronjulu, and Promal. Anabalanya nothing. We are to. And after, I like call Mr. Parasound. Ngayo Malpa, Palo, Ngali Wakari Heriti. I'll give him Nana. Ngayo what is Nanga? Malpa Gojo. Palo Heriti Wakari Pai. It used to be my train at this Palaya. Anabala Palo Wakari. Nana Chung ready and Wakari Pai. Palo Ngaleo Jalo Chukurba, we will shoot a balano. Heriti. I don't know where Mr. Parasound might come and talk to after.
Nyambanga pulka baron mani yanon kulere janga chili warki jare tala pijin la jogo nyambu chalu bar jarja pulla palla tala pijin kala jana chori kala jana nyambu jana nyara and Neil will talk then.
Good evening, everybody. Very happy to be celebrating here what is a victory in a battle that's been going on 30 years. I'm very proud to have been part of that, along with Chuparula and Noli and others who have passed away now. From the very beginnings in 1983, the Ernabella Video Project and Walbury Media got going. As Nelson said, the important belief that Anango, Yapa, Aboriginal people needed to control their own media and the mechanisms of making and distributing that. I remember back a couple of years before the AUSAT satellite was launched in October 1985, which brought television and radio to most of Australia for the first time. We had a meeting in Ernabella. Karma came to a community meeting to explain what that satellite would bring to them and to talk about the effects that might have on language and culture. I remember one old man at that meeting, Raymond Gillia, saying, we don't want that satellite. We want our own satellite. Ngana kanyani, ngana pa camera, nyangata. We've got our camera here. And that's the spirit of remote media from those earliest days. That's why media workers from Ernabella and Yuendumu went to the Australian Broadcast Tribunal hearings in Kintore and here, I believe, in Yuendumu to help Karma win the license for the remote commercial television service, which we know as Impaja. And that's why they founded the first community television stations in Australia, here at Yuendumu and EVTV in Ernabella. Both commenced regular broadcast in April 1985. It was from the experience of what happened here and on the Pindara lands that the government included in their task force report called Out of the Silent Land that led to the development of BRACS, the Broadcasting for Remote Aboriginal Community Scheme, which put satellite receivers and transmitters into 82 communities around the country in remote parts of Australia, but with the very important addition of a switcher so people could put their own local television and radio programs to air. From that BRAC system, we had developed the 8 REMOs, Remote Indigenous Media Organisations, who all got together to upgrade that system through what was called the BRAC's Revitalisation Strategy. And it was those media associations coming together that led to the birth of ICTV. In 1998, we did tests on the Impaja second channel that used to be called the Info Channel. We tested it there in Broome, also in Queensland, in the top end, and down in South Australia, and found that that channel would be suitable for carrying video content and would be available then to remote communities all around the country. From 2000, Pindara Yankunytjatjara Media, having moved office into town in Alice Springs, started broadcasting the football from Traeger Park every Saturday through to Impaja and out on that channel so that people in the Pindara lands could watch the football without having to travel into town every weekend. But after the football was over, they would be putting on tapes from Mulberry Media, the Bush Mechanics, from Packham, the Stomping Ground, from PY Media, old Inma tapes that had been done in EVTV days. And that was the beginnings then of what became ICTV, which developed into a full-time service on that second channel of Impaja. In around 2003, we had a meeting and decided to call that service ICTV, Indigenous Community Television, at the third BRACS Festival in Umua in 2001. Before that, we had established a system where each of the REMOs would send in material to Impaja, and our many thanks have to go to the Chief Engineer of Impaja at the time, Tim Mason, who helped us pull that whole service together, to the Impaja techs who used to play the tapes for us, and later when Packham donated a computer for a playout, used to ingest those tapes into the computer. Then PY Media were able to take over the service. Our thanks go to Will Rogers and Brian Deutschman, and followed by Rebecca McLean, who's here tonight, for keeping that service going from Wilkinson Street in Alice Springs with a link over to Impaja. As I say, that built up to 22 hours a day, right up to 2007, building the library all the time so that we weren't having to repeat material. In 2006, IRCA persuaded the government to invest $2 million in what was called the RIBS TV rollout, which meant we could put satellite receivers and transmitters for a 5th separate channel in 151 communities right across the country, to be able to take that Indigenous service from ICTV and retransmit it in those communities. In 2007, in July, that channel was given over to NITV, and that started NITV, which, as you know, has now gone on SBS and is available national free-to-air, but it started off running on that BRACS network. So for a couple of years, ICTV had nowhere to get our content out to our audience. But we didn't go and cry in a corner. IRCA negotiated and ICTV with the West Australian government and got us a weekend service going on Westlink, Channel 23, which has been running up until a few weeks ago. And we were able to put switches into the Brax communities to take that service on the weekend, cut into NITV retransmission, and put that out to the communities. And so that's kept us going now. We're extremely grateful now to have got back the channel that we had in 2007, and now it is available free to air on the vast satellite to people direct to home right across remote Australia. And from here, we can only keep building that channel. As Annette called, we need more content. We need to start all working to develop up the remote industry sector, try and get funding for production for that. All this development has been done with no funding for video. We've just done it from the enthusiasm and goodwill of our hearts, from the power of coming together as remote Indigenous media organisations, Nganyatjara, Pindara Yangunjara, Packham and Walbury, now PAW, were the four that started it off. It's now spread. We're getting content from all around the country. And we look forward to seeing over the next 3 years, while this service is funded, and beyond that, when it gets funded again, we hope, to see that service grow and develop with more and more material from all around the country. So we're very happy here tonight. Thank you.
Hello. Nyambukal jarang waya jara cinta mani. Napa nanga nol pon kaya lani kajadol pare. Alright. Nyambu juga represent mani. Kura all might ngat nyang kuja pacho aja Chani Makamba. He started the radio in Kama and he support us Walbury Media people PIW. Mula jok. Nyangal kolongan ba.
There we go.
Petel kol nyangal kolongan. Panu nga jungut ka pun nyandan.
Labna pya.
Yo labna pya panu nga. Yo wa. An nyundu nyanda kolongara ngana jal nyundu jo.
Nyara mera nyina.
Kujana nyinalo.
Yeah.
No, never will. Put down your weapon in the name of the king. Put down your weapon. I'm a winner. Panu nga japan ngumudu toman panu nga.
Yeah, but never is first time.
Yeah, first time you'll get issued. How about now ngumudu jaran panu nga japan ngul plat jaran chunga.
Development. Let's give it a go. And you know, if we laugh, that's all right. You know, if we stuff up, we don't know where we is, that's all right. Come back. You know, tell each other, come back. Oh, you just missed a paragraph or something. That's all right. That's what this whole thing for.
Hey, sis, don't be like that now. You know, I'll give you back one day.
One day never comes with you. You have to learn not to be a humbug, sis. I have a young family to take care of, and you need to respect me.
But sis, I understand. No more humbug from me.
Just move around side to side on your thing, you know, if you're talking.
So play acting.
Yeah, play acting, but it's more your voice. So
yeah.
Because when you find through when you're speaking, if you sitting there, you know, still, it's like you don't have a voice.
Yeah.
But if you get out there and just move around a bit more, and just imagine where you are.
And be that person.
Yeah, and have fun with it.
Yeah, fun with it.
Have fun.
Yeah. What do you say? This is like all the stuff that he eats, and I'm pulling most of the guts out and getting rid of most of the yucky stuff. And so this is a freshwater turtle. We call it a pone down here. So it's at the Carson River sand crossing area. I'm not pretty quite sure what is the name of this place, but yes. So just gonna cut it up and put some leaves on it. Just gonna open it up more.
and put some paperbark tree leaves into this, and just grab a feed after this. What I'm doing now is just cleaning it out, getting one.
Time. Palunar la tawara. Panjang kaya kanangannya. Tukur bawadal kita. Tukur banara. Wadi ko min mako.
Historic night at the Gabba, the first ever.
Against Brisbane, yeah. That was the best game. That was my second game. After Essendon. Took a good mark as well.
Patrick with an absolute screamer!
We might see a little bit of that over the next few years. He's an exciting kid.
Have a look at this for a grab.
Patrick.
Oh, Patrick. That is a classical mark.
That's a good grab.
Game number 2 and you've taken a screamer. Oh, don't you love that?
The first goal was really freaky. I never knew I was going to do that. I just went in because I was running too fast to the boundary line. Thought I was going to turn around, bring it back and do a snap with my right foot, but I was running too fast. So I had to chuck it bang to my left foot, and I thought I was going to kick it to the post or something, one point, but I never knew. It just went through the middle. So yeah, that was the best first goal of my life as well, my career. That was the best night for the club as well, for the Queenslanders as well. That was the first Queensland derbies.
At the moment, I'm really happy to have him back here with the family. Yeah, because we've missed him so much. Well, he's showing good example for them, you know, being a good role model.
Pundara kana purame, my pato do pundara kana purame, and water can no lupachun. Chira manal kana lupuram. Kuru kana jan, Yampajana, Angochi Manjala Puram, Pundu Manjala. Kujarval Januru in your Puraja? Gorano Mingle Cabinet Janam Mapa and Yampajarano. Undadano Pato. Munmagamba Prilijar. Kujagana Yen. Timika. Kuchalo kanal jana para wida ada. Kuchalo. 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 Kabilam. Kuchalo. Kabilam. Ya, kuchalo. Ano.
Go traveling through the desert, they think when they're driving along. Back in the past, when the other people used to walk around this land. Now the land is free for me and you, from those people from the past.
With no fishing line back in those days, in the old days. Everybody used to man ganun barrow. Na gulbin gura, nama. This is a gulbin gura. Mi banda ganun na mada, nama. Kitike ba. Like a ngarin na, nama. Like a glue, stick. No the million pagari ngane mo iwara no. Million pare pagari ngane pontang kana garden. One bang no barrow over it. Tanga wane. Ina wara rara to den wano. Pan juro adan. Kind of a feed. That's what they used to do back in the old days, everybody. Yala ngara no. Pani ngara kan ka yala. No wala ngara. That's him. See me? Well, I got my feet.
My name is Racy Haida Pete, and I was born in Thursday Island but grew up in Darnley. Yeah, all my life I've been staying up here in Darnley. Darnley is a nice tropical island, lots of lagoon. Really like it here, so friendly. The people here are so friendly and everybody here helping each other here in Darnley.
Cry proof me. Ya ngamaruai para na ini pura mi ngiringan ini kama yang menyulai ngi yang intai cry me ara kalau cry me pengara komponara meluri timbalan tu paya pelajun cing maju timbalan tu paya pelajun cing maju hop
The town, my friends and me. There's a band going on. We're counting our money, gonna hit the bar. Hope friend comes along. Yeah, family that you will play some songs. Drinking in the bar, It's Friday night. Yeah, friends everywhere. Let's party tonight.
I'm Jeffrey Jabanati Small. And this is Allegrang Dog Dreaming. Captain come all the way from Rabbit Flat. And I'm born in 1953 and the 8th, and I've become a community elder after I've lose all my grandpas and during those time, and this is where that two dogs been traveling from River Flat, and them lot of dogs been living here in this land here. There's a man business here, the woman's one over that way.
Why am I preparing? Any day pop up chair. Apu kapakan they beneda. That is it chair. Why managing order mendere. You ever make a gana do chair? Akime, dead in a pingin. Nganyar pot ngana nyala ta papa ka ngada papa che abba denin ne bitri che
Emma na kile ay ka sal mingi pire potalina no yeah you can't bury me. The only other thing we have to worry about is when we get too close to the place where no grass grows. Big metal monsters with round rubber feet race along the place where no grass grows. Last year, Uncle Rudolph got hit by the metal monster and was smashed to pieces. We take the kids to the spot where Uncle Rudolph got hit to show them the dangers of the place where no grass grows. We lose lots of cousins at that place. Oh no, another family member gone.
Kutayet Midland. Pogataran. Penny Milk Janding, Brian, too much kid pen. Garandel Maya, Brian, Burning. Marala Jatting. Weapon to bad open take a chanting, that's all. I tell animal cover my bell and white one and no gun like white one and Mara Kotat man. Calapin boy, you got penulan. I'll been the calacan, cover my pillam. You got a cover my chanting and equal and taking and run the land in bark. Chanting like what? No miss. None the boy jetton. Chanting on Aldrian will go no a Cumberland and Macala Pennapan.
The bush detective. Taking you to the lookout. You have to look out now, guys. Come on. To the lookout. Lookout is a very far away place, you know. As you can see, I am a bush detective, which I was traveling to you for years and years. And I trained to be a bush detective, so... Yep, I was trained so hard. Yes, I was trained so hard. Wait a minute. Distractions. Webs are on my face. Follow me, guys. It's not all track, guys. It's not all track. This lookout is a very famous lookout in Lookout River. So, yep, let's keep on moving on. Paradise! There was no trial, there was no mystery, because I am the bush detective. And I live here for about 30 years. And now today I am 75 years. Yes! And I am the traditional owner of this lookout.
Marichin wal kan dukar kor Flungin wal makin wangalel Ya wa mod lonely boys Kani makin malalang hatinan Kawar ko yurnan Ya wa mod lonely boys Koro borong omer Ya wa mod lonely boys Koro borong omer Ya wa mod lonely boys Koro borong omer
Kichala jinjera nyanga munu orel banyakola. Munu nyinara kadera balor jana nyinara. Mel bajara. Nyero nyako njawiya. Kambangado. Munu yangan patu mapakarno. Kabalo nyero lungola chena nyanga. Munu chena nyakola wanani.
Okay, the women were coming from Jukuldara here, and they came to this clay pan and were sitting out here in the open. They got sticks and were milpajunani. They were making stories in the sand there, hitting the sticks and telling the stories. They didn't see Nero at all, but he came and saw them and came around the other side of the clay pan there and was hiding in the trees. Then he saw that they got up and went. He saw their tracks in the clay pan and followed their tracks.
I see I see my TV. I see my TV. I see TV.
Hey, Wati.
Hello, Wati. Hi, Wati.
Hello, Ngalis. I got a mission for you. Come to base.
Hi, Wati.
Hi, Ngalis. Guess what? We got a problem. Back in 1985, we started our first pirate TV broadcast in Annabella and Yuendumu. When the satellite was launched, TV from outside was coming into our community. We were worried that it would weaken our language and culture throughout the remote areas. So we shouted out loud and clear, even strong. We wanted our own language, culture, shows on TV. We called it Fighting Fire with Fire. From these early days in Annabella and Yuendumu, it grew into Breck's program, Locals Radio TV channel in 103 remote community all throughout Australia. Now, Mangalis, we have digital TV coming. They were planning to throw out all our community broadcasting And once again, they wanted to deliver only mainstream TV by putting satellite dish on each of our house in remote community areas. You need to find a way to keep remote indigenous TV going throughout the nation, so our language and culture will stay strong and our children will keep learning. We need to keep the fire burning.
Back in 25 years, a media was born, burning like a fire from the desert to the sea. Now you got ICTV, broadcasting for everyone to see. North to south, east to west, for you and for me. We need our stories to be told. Younger generation, one day beyond, to carry on our knowledge in a traditional way. ICTV is showing a way. We are the first Aborigines and Torres Strait from out at sea. We come a long way from the dreaming to a new society. You educated us in your way now. Digital satellite TV is coming our way. We want ICTV broadcast every day. ICTV is showing a way. We are the first Aborigines and Torres Strait from out at sea.
Wadi and the Gnarlies was made 2 years ago when we didn't know what was going to be happening with ICTV, with digital conversion. So 2 years ago we didn't know, but now we're going to have to change the end of Wadi and the Gnarlies because we know that we now have a full-time channel on Vast on channel 601.
Thank you. And that was really great to watch. All those different organisations. ICTV, this is my 4th year there, and as the years have gone on, we've had more and more material coming our way. And the only way ICTV can keep going is if the communities around Australia give us their content. When you film the videos and it comes to us and we can broadcast it back to you. At this time I want to make mention about, we have quite a few people listening on the radio. PAW is going out on the radio. NIRS, Karma, QRAM, PACM, National Indigenous Satellite Service, and Larrakia Radio. And so right now live, this event is happening for them. And another announcement for the radio is that soon, in the next 10-15 minutes, we'll have music coming on. We'll have Desert Mulga Band, Scotty Brown Band, Jubby Band, and Running Water Band.
It's great to have live radio, but we don't actually have live video. As you can see, there's 3, maybe 4 cameras here tonight. Those cameras are doing a video mix, and that video mix, what's happening here tonight, will be on ICTV tomorrow night. So make sure you go home and you watch ICTV tomorrow night. And Joel, who's doing all the talking tonight, has to drive back to Alice Springs tomorrow and edit it up and have it ready to broadcast tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. We're just... Well, let's see what happens, Joel says. We're going to cut... Yeah? Hey. What we're seeing now is actually what's being broadcast on ICTV right now.